Cowboys safety Damontae Kazee was arrested early Tuesday morning for a DWI in a Dallas suburb. This came just hours after Mike McCarthy told the media that he'd advised his team to avoid any distractions and being smart during their bye week, adding, quote, "They deserve this break. I have a lot of confidence and a lot of trust in those guys." Shannon, if you were Kazee's teammate, how upset would you be?
I'd be very frustrated.
Yep.
Because the thing that I've always left with all the guys before we go on a break, don't be the guy. Don't you be the reason that we come back and we have to address the issues that we shouldn't have, that's not football related. And Damontae Kazee is that guy. He's the guy. For whatever reason. Now, Skip, I don't know. Now, I'm assuming, I feel very comfortable. The Cowboys probably have a service that if you've been drinking, you can call this service.
I'm sure they do.
And with Jerry, I know Jerry don't care. Skip, when we win, and especially you winning now, there's not anything that Jerry wouldn't give to these players. They're winning. Hell, he give them too much and they be losing. Skip, when we were winning, there's not anything that we couldn't ask from Mike Shanahan, our head coach, and he wouldn't get. Mike, we want to watch the fight. Got the fight. Mike, we want to clown juggling, riding the unicycle before practice. We got it. So just call, and I know, Skip, sometimes players are like hesitant. Man, I don't want them to know that I've been out drinking. Well, what the hell you think they're going to think when you get a DUI? That's it. And Skip, you know the thing is, it's hard, Skip. When you got a nice ride, you got a Range Rover, you got a Mazda, you got an Aston Martin. The honey, they need to see me in this. I can't pull up in no car service. Then you don't know I got this whip. I need to pull up and you need to see me get up out of this.
True. All too true.
Bro, come on. How many times? Forget the fact what you could have done to yourself, but what about what you could have done to someone else? It has happened. Cowboys have had players. Josh Brent killed his teammate because he was a DUI. I think they had another DB that ended up killing someone, Goodman or something, a DB, Skip.
Goodrich, yeah.
How many times must it happen before you like, and the athlete's mentality, Skip, it ain't going to happen to me.
I remember the great Eric Williams.
Yeah, Big Easy.
Yep.
He might have been their best offensive lineman. I don't know Larry Allen, but Skip, Easy, you know, you was there with Eric Williams. I played with Easy.
I was on the flight back, the team plane back. It's a long flight, and it's a little sipping going on, and then you're going to drive home, and you know the rest of the story, and it derailed his career.
It did derail his career, and they stopped serving, I mean, on our plane.
He had a wreck,
Yes, but Skip, they stopped serving the players alcohol for the very reason because the player ended up having a little too much.
Well, that did it with the Cowboys. That was the end of that. But then they would smuggle on a little something.
Yeah, they did smuggle it on, Skip. But the thing is that you always say you're playing so well. There's so much positivity going on with the Cowboys. There's so much good that you could talk about. And now Mike McCarthy is going to have to come back and he's going to have to address this. And the players are like, bro, we just told you, don't be the guy. And here you are, you're the guy.
Yeah. So McCarthy had just said that this is the day before, that he had told the team as they went on break, we're not going to practice all week, but he said, I talked to them about distractions and what we don't want. We have an outstanding season going.
Yes.
Make sure that everybody is taking care of themselves and spend as much time as they can with family and friends. I have no issue with Kazee going out and having drinks. If he wants to drink to excess, that's fine with me. No problem at all.
Just
blow off a little steam, but you gotta use a car service.
Yes.
If you have to Uber, you have to Uber, and I don't care what the honeys think or don't think, because you owe this to your football team. You have a responsibility to your football team. And you said you would be very frustrated as a teammate.
I'm like, bro, why?
I was very frustrated as a diehard, lifelong fan last night when I heard this, and it's not the end of the world. It's just the start of the end of the world. You know, it's just, it's a player who didn't take it seriously enough that he's part of a united front here that's 5-1, and it's moving forward, and he is that guy. It's a little big thing.
Hey, why are you celebrating? You the one that gave him the touchdown that almost cost you the game. What the hell are you celebrating? You should have been just drinking water.
He made the biggest mistake of the game. He canceled out Trevon Diggs' pick six on the next play by taking the worst possible. It's like he couldn't even see the ball because
he might have been drunk on the field here, Skip. He took an angle like that.
I don't know. So just to be clear about this, just to have some perspective and to be fair about it, I wrote books about Tom Landry's Cowboys, and I wrote books about Jimmy Johnson's Cowboys. And both of those teams, in many ways, led the league in hell-raising and law-breaking, especially God's coach, Tom Landry. That's the name of my first book. Those teams just were completely out of control. And I'll just throw out a few names. Hollywood Henderson, who I knew very well, who actually played Super Bowl 13 with a vial of cocaine attached to the back of his pants. And his
halftime, huh?
Yeah, well, between series, he's over on the bench using his cocaine. And again, you'll have to look these up for longtime fans. They might know, but Lance Rensel and Raphael Septien, it was just
Raphael Septien might have been the worst.
It might have been the worst. Lance Rensel wasn't much
He wasn't.
Trust me. Then we go to the 90s Cowboys, and obviously our friend Michael Irvin, and then Nate Newton, and we just talked about Eric Williams. We can go on and on. So they all had their problems, but they were supremely talented football teams.
Right.
And they had that switch they could flip when it was time.
Right.
They just played. And they played at supremely high talent levels.
Right.
And they won Super Bowls, obviously in the 70s and the 90s. So I'm not trying to be hypocritical about this year's team, but this is different. This is new.
Right.
They're on the verge. They're just trying to figure it out. I don't think many people saw this coming. Nobody saw 5-1. Even I didn't think they would be 5-1.
No, they didn't.
So you have to cherish it, you have to respect it, and you have to honor and protect it.
Right.
And you can't start with this on the first night out after you're on a big break where you don't even have to go to the facility all week. And what do? It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're on Highway 121 in the next suburb over from Cowboy headquarters. And that happened.
Right.
You're pulled over and you fail a field sobriety test.
But damn, Skip, that's the Cowboy. I mean, I thought everybody loved the Cowboys in Dallas. You supposed to be...
You know what? That is the problem. What if I always told you about Dallas, Texas, and I lived there for whatever it was, 17 years?
Yeah.
It is Hollywood, Texas. It can be, I know Las Vegas is Sin City. Dallas can be Sin City, too, if you're a Dallas Cowboy, because I still believe, and I know Denver's up there in hero worship of the Broncos, as you well know. And a lot of people think Washington hero worships its football players, and we can go on and on. Everybody gets, it felt to me, because I've traveled and covered games in all these cities, Dallas puts its players on a pedestal unlike any other city. So you know what that means? Temptations are great because everybody wants to see and be seen rubbing elbows with a Dallas Cowboy. And they will do anything for a Dallas. What do you need? What do you want? I can get you this. I can get you that. I can get you this. Whatever you want, I'll get it for you. And you know and I know that is a recipe for disaster.
Well, you might have should have told him, because they looked at him like, man, you're too little to be a Cowboy. You ain't no Cowboy player.
He's 175
You're right. They're like, man, you ain't no Cowboy player. What position you play? Nah, you ain't no Cowboy player. We got to take him in.
Well,
but why? First of all, hold on. You said they got the whole week off? Mike, you owe me some time. We wasn't getting the whole week off.
Really?
Hell no. You had to practice. You got Monday, Tuesday off. You practice Wednesday. We practice a half a day Thursday.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. You thought we got the whole week? You talking about from Monday all the way to Monday? Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, I think it's Monday through Friday, no practice. So
that wasn't happening.
You can go wherever you want to go.
That was not happening. Okay. We got 4 days.
All right. And I'm also worried about COVID because it's still out there. And you got to be careful.
Yes.
This is where you sort of leave your little bubble, whatever it is.
And you drop your guard.
I
mean, you got to have your, you basically, you're like, look here. You got to just keep it locked down until after the season. Hopefully the season ends like we wanted to end. And then, hey, Skip, I ain't going to lie to you. Win the Super Bowl, I'm throwing caution to the wind.
Yep. So
ain't no sense to be lying, Skip.
Up there in Minneapolis, Jenny's Vikings they're just kind of saying, interesting,
Waiting.
First cousin been dealing, Skip.
Yeah, he has been dealing.
We could give him that. We've had some ups and downs this season, but maybe we've turned a corner. It's kind of the life of a Vikings fan. I'm used to it by now. And, Skip, maybe we'll have a bet in a couple weeks. I don't know. We'll see about how confident I'm feeling.
Oh, you said it was jinx proof. Remember you said it was jinx?
I just need to know if my quarterback is going to be able to play.
You jinxed
I
it.
understand that.
Yes, he got a calf injury.
I don't
remember you was
I
talking
didn't do that.
You do. They jinxed proof.
I just said they're going to win. Did they win? Yes.
They jinxed proof.
Did I jinx their victory?
I said, Skip, you going to jinx them. Stop talking
about it.
No jinxing
and now you look at
around
Kazee.
here. We're going back to